Hello everyone, welcome back to Trading Edge. So today is the first video on intraday price action trading series. So today we will analyze Reliance Industries chart. And for intraday trading we will use the multi time frame analysis. So first of all we will analyze the chart on 15 minutes time frame, and then we will use the 5 minutes time frame for potential entry and exits on this particular chart. Okay, so let's start. So as you can see, Reliance Industries was in a very strong downtrend. Okay, but what happened here? After this strong downtrend, we are seeing a surge in volume, huge surge in volume. Okay, at this price areas. And the most important thing is, what are the candles it is forming? After a very strong and established downtrend, if we see an increase in volume with prices that are getting rejected from the lower levels, it is indicating that buyers are coming in the markets. That's why prices are not aggressively going towards the downside after an established downtrend. Okay, so this is the first clue that at this areas demand is overcoming supply very aggressively. That's why with a surge in volume, prices are holding at this price levels. Okay, otherwise if this was all selling pressure, then the candles should have formed like this and continued the downward momentum, but that's not the case. That is happening here. What is happening? Prices are getting rejected from the lows, and this is an indication that buyers are coming at this price levels. So this is the first clue that this is a strong demand zone. Why? Because huge volume and prices are getting rejected from these levels this is the most important point, after a very strong and established downtrend. Okay, so this is the most important point. Now after this huge volume, what is happening? Buyers push the prices towards the upside, but then again sellers defended this level and again push the prices towards the downside. But now look at the volume. The volumes are very low. Here huge volume activity, but here low volume activity. So this is indicating that selling pressure is getting exhausted at this price levels and buyers are dominating at these areas. Again buyers push the prices towards the upside, but again sellers defended this level and again push the prices towards the downside. So this is an indication that buyers are getting very aggressive. Why? Because prices are continuously making higher low formation and continuously testing the resistance zone. Okay, so after a support formation, huge volume activity, indication that buyers are coming in the markets. So this was the very important zone. Then after this support formation, what is happening to the selling pressure? Selling pressure is diminishing. Okay, the volumes are also lower and prices are continuously making higher low formation and continuously testing the resistance zone. Okay, then next day what happened? Next day prices opened gap up, and now prices are holding above the resistance zone. Earlier what was happening? From these levels prices were getting sold off aggressively, but now buyers were very active, and that's why they are holding above the resistance zone. So this is an indication that sellers are losing out to the buyers. Otherwise if selling pressure was very strong, then sellers should have continued the downward momentum. But what is happening? Prices are consolidating above the support zone, indicating that demand is very much active at this price zones. See, from here sellers tried, but again buyers push the prices towards the upside. Here again tried, closed around the mid range of the candle. So all these candles are indicating that bulls are dominating at this price areas. After this consolidation, what is our expectation? There was a range breakout and then we saw a consolidation above the support zone, indicating that buyers are in control over the selling side. So our expectation should have been prices should break this level and continue the upward momentum. Why? Because after huge volumes, prices are not being able to continue the downward momentum. Then selling pressure is getting reduced each and every time, and resistance is getting tested once, twice, 3, 4. So 4 times resistance is getting tested, and prices are continuously making higher low formation. So all these points are indicating towards an upward rally after this consolidation phase. This is very important. After this consolidation phase, prices should have broken this important resistance zone and continue the upward momentum. Why? Because a cause is being built here. Buyers have accumulated at this price areas. Okay, so now if these buyers were very strong, then this seller, then after this consolidation above the resistance zone, they should have continued the upward momentum. But what is happening? After a breakout, there is no follow through, and see the candles here. Prices broke above this level, then again sellers pushed the prices towards the downside, but again buyers came in and pushed the prices towards the upside. Again sellers came, again buyers came, again sellers came, again buyers came, again sellers came. So what is this indicating? After a strong breakout, what is our expectation? That there shouldn't be any choppy price behavior above the resistance zone. Here consolidation is already done here. Okay, the consolidation phase is already being done by the buyers. So now we should expect an expansion phase. These were the contraction zones. Okay, these were the contraction zones. So after this accumulation, what is the expectation? That after this breakout, prices should continue the upward momentum very aggressively. But what is happening? After breaking out, prices were behaving in a choppy manner. So this is not the kind of breakout we are expecting after a range consolidation above the support zone. So our expectation should have been like this: strong breakout, low volume pullback with less selling pressure, and continue the upward momentum, and we would have bought here, stop loss here, and ride the uptrend. But what happened here? Here there is a choppy price behavior. Buyers trying to push the prices towards the upside, but sellers are capping the upward price movement. Okay, and then what happened? Prices sold off aggressively towards the downside, breaking important support zones. So our entry could have been around here, stop loss here, and continue the downward momentum after that. But we will look for entry and exits on our 5 minutes time frame. This is just an idea. Okay, now what happened? After the strong selling, again buyers fought back from the same levels and again absorbed all the selling pressure. Now this is very interesting. After the strong selling pressure, we are seeing a strong buying momentum with good volumes. Okay, the volumes are less than the selling side, but overall the volumes are increasing, and it has absorbed all the selling that is present here. Now buyers had the greatest opportunity after the strong buying. Okay, after the strong buying, they had the greatest opportunity to break the resistance zone and continue the upward momentum. Why they should have broken this level and continued the upward momentum after this buying? because see, from here we saw sharp selling momentum, okay, from here, but in the next buying leg all the negativity that is present here is absorbed, okay. So all the negativity that is present here with huge volumes, buyers have absorbed the supply very aggressively with relatively good volumes, and most importantly these levels are now tested multiple times. So the resistance that is present here is now a little bit weak. So after the strong buying momentum, our expectation should have been a low volume pullback and continuation towards the upside. But what happened? Again sellers defended this level with good volumes, pushed the prices towards the downside. Again buyers tried, but this time the volumes are very low. See, from here we saw sharp buying momentum with good volumes, but next buying leg the volumes have reduced. Again buyers tried, volumes have increased, okay. So there is a price and volume divergence that is happening here. See, in this buying leg this was the volume, that is the volumes are getting lesser and lesser in this upward journey. So this is an indication that bulls are getting exhausted. Now here in this buying leg volumes have increased, okay. At candle X, Y and Z volumes have increased, but what is happening, prices are getting rejected from the higher level. So the increase in volume is not increase in buying pressure, but rather it is increase in selling, okay. That's why increase in volume and the prices are getting rejected from the higher level. So sellers are present at this candlesticks, okay. Sellers are dominating the prices at the higher level. That's why we are seeing increase in volume and decrease in buying pressure or decrease in buying momentum. So these are hidden selling that is happening at candles X, Y and Z. That's why what is the next candle? Completely broken the low of this candle and also this candle. One candle broke the low of multiple bullish candles. So this is an indication that selling was happening from here and here. Why? Increase in volume and decrease in buying momentum, and there are upward wicks that is present at those candles, okay. Then what happened? Again sellers push the prices aggressively towards the downside with increase in volume. So all these points are indicating that sellers are very strong at this price areas, and now prices are continuously making what? Lower highs. So this is also an indication that after this strong selling pressure, bulls are getting weaker and weaker in each buying leg, okay. Now increase in selling pressure indicating that bears are dominating at this price zones. So now next day what happened? Next day prices opened gap down directly into the support zone, okay. But now look, this support zone is tested once, twice, 2 times. This support zone is already tested, and also we witnessed a bull trap setup that is being formed here. After defending these support zones, prices couldn't continue the upward momentum, and now making lower high formation, good selling pressure, prices are again testing the support zones. So what is this indicating? Will we buy here? Write down in the comment section whether we will or we should rather buy here or not. What are the reason and logic? So after this strong selling pressure with increase in volume, prices open gap down directly into the support level. Then buyers tried. Okay, increase in volume, buyers tried. But next candle, what is happening? Sellers are coming in the markets and volumes are getting reduced. So this is an indication that bears are dominating at this price zones. That's why even after strong buying momentum candle, the next candle is doji getting rejected from the higher level. Now look at the buying. This candle, buyers tried but the volume is very low, so weak buying. The selling volumes have increased. So at the support zone, which is tested multiple times, we already know the support is very weak, and also after a bull trap, higher chances, the probability is very high that this support will be very weak and we should see a continuation towards the downside. This should be our mindset. Okay, and also strong selling pressure with good volumes, Now eventually prices broke this level here and prices continued the downward momentum. Why prices broke this level? Because even after defending this support level, buyers, after a good phase of consolidation, also couldn't continue the upward momentum. Again, sellers proved to be very strong and pushed the prices aggressively towards the downside. Again, buyers tried. This was the last attempt by the buyers. With increase in volume, if buyers were very strong, these bulls, then they should have broken this level and continue the upward momentum. But what is happening? Even after strong buying from these levels, prices are not being able to break through this important resistance zone and continue the upward momentum. Okay, and eventually when prices gapped down at this support zone, buyers tried their level best, but volumes were very low and sellers were getting active at this price zones. So we could sell here, stop loss here, and see the downside momentum after that. Now see, we'll obviously look at the entry and exits on 5 minutes time frame, but for now see this huge buying leg. After this breakdown, we are seeing a strong buying momentum with an increase in volume. Again, this is a very important information the prices are trying to show us. What was our expectation? That after a strong breakdown with increase in volume, our expectation should have been a weak buying momentum up to the resistance zone with decrease in volume. But what is happening? With increase in volume, we are seeing good buying pressure, and also prices broke the resistance zone. Okay, so after the strong buying pressure with an increase in volume, prices should have now continued the upward momentum if bulls were very strong. If these bulls were very strong, then they should have hold this important support zone and continue the upward momentum. Okay, here there is also a price and volume divergence that is happening here. See, at K and L, volumes have increased, but prices are getting rejected from the highs. So this is an indication that after this strong rally, prices are getting rejected from this resistance zone with an increase in volume. This is not buying pressure. the increase in volume is not buying pressure. Actually, it is the hidden selling that is being present at this prices on these candles. Okay, this is very, very important point. So if buyers were very, very strong, so after this strong rally, prices should have taken a low volume pullback and then continue the upward momentum, creating a fake breakdown. But what happened? We saw increase in volume, prices getting rejected from the highs, indicating that sellers are again dominating at this price areas. And on the selling, we see sharp increase in volume. So buyers tried their level best to defend this level again. See, they are trying again and again to defend this level and continue the upward momentum. But what is happening? Sellers are again dominating the bulls. How you could say that? Because after this strong buying pressure with good volumes, we are seeing a price and volume divergence, and then there is a increase in volume on the selling leg. Okay, so this is a very, very important point. Now again prices broke down this level with an increase in volume and again continued the downward momentum. So all these bulls who bought here, they are now trapped, and that's why they eventually gave up and prices continued the downward momentum. Now we will look in 5-minute chart for our potential entry and exits. So at this point, see, that is here, here. Okay, what is happening? After breakout, prices are continuously forming lower high formation and continuously testing the support zones. So as I already told earlier, after breakout, what we are expecting, if these bulls were very, very strong, then they should have continued the upward momentum by taking a low volume pullback. But what is happening? After breakout, prices are continuously making lower high formation and continuously testing the support zones. So this is an indication that bulls are not that aggressive or dominant at this price areas. That's why they are not being able to continue the upward momentum. Now on the selling leg, the volumes are getting an uptick. So this is an indication that sellers are very much active at this price areas. That's why bulls, after breaking the resistance zone, not being able to continue the upward momentum. So our first entry could have been around here, stop loss here. Why will sell here? Because there is a bull trap setup that is being already present, and also the support zone is tested once, twice, 3, 4 times. This support zone is already tested. So these support zones are now very, very weak. So after an increase in selling pressure, buyers not being able to continue the upward momentum, again continuously testing the support zones and breaking the support zone with good volumes. And see, there is again a bull trap. Increase in volume, buyers tried their level best, but eventually broke this low and continue the downward momentum. So this was the last try of buyers. Buyers are trying their level best, but sellers are very, very dominant. That's why we will go with the flow and we will sell here, stop loss here, continue the downward momentum. Again we could sell here, stop loss here, and see the huge downside momentum after that. Increase in volume, buyers tried, but they couldn't break this important resistance zone and continue the upward momentum. So when these bulls are trapped, we will enter here, stop loss here, see the downside momentum after this. Okay, now see, again this was the buying pressure, huge buying momentum with good volumes. What happened? After the strong buying momentum, sellers push the prices towards the downside, and now see the buying. From here there was an increase in volume in the buying leg. Okay, but this buying leg, there is no volume. Volumes are very low. So this is an indication that bulls are not that aggressive to push the prices towards the upside. Okay, so our next trading opportunity could have been around here, stop loss here, and ride the downtrend. Why we will sell here? Because prices are continuously making lower highs. Prices are continuously making lower high, and this was the price and volume divergence that is happening, and buyers are losing momentum after this strong buying trend. Now they are not that aggressive. So this is also an indication that sellers are dominant over the buyers. Okay, so we could sell here, stop loss here, and ride the downtrend after that. Now see, here prices gap down, huge volume, buyers tried, but when buyers are trying to push the prices towards the upside, there is a decrease in volume, so indicating that bulls are losing momentum, and at J there is an increase in volume. Okay, but what happened? If this was all buying pressure, then prices should have broken this level and continue the upward momentum. But what happened? Next candle, there is a hammer formation. Again, buyers trying to defend this level. All these candles indicating that buyers are trying to defend the demand zone and continue the upward momentum. But what is happening to the volume? The volumes are going down, and prices are forming lower high formation. And when the low of this buying candle is taken out, we could sell here, stop loss here, and see the huge downside momentum after that. Again, increase in volume, buyers tried, but when the low of this candle is again taken out, sell here, stop loss here, and see the downside momentum after that. Okay, so I hope you are getting the important points. Prices are continuously making lower high formation, and every time the bulls are trying, immediately rejected. So we will go with the flow, sell here, stop loss here, sell here, stop loss here, ride the downtrend. Now our stop loss, we could trail above the swing highs. Now here what is happening? There is an increase in volume after a strong downtrend. So this could be a sign of potential exhaustion in the markets. Okay, from here prices were falling. Okay, now we are seeing increase in volume and relatively large spread candle after a strong and established downtrend. So this could be a sign of a potential exhaustion in the market. And then the next three candles, what are they? They are getting rejected from the lows. So this is an indication that at this price areas, at this price zones, buyers are getting accumulated. That's why we are seeing increase in volume after a strong downtrend, and then prices are getting rejected from the lows. So we should have exit our trade here if we are sell from here or here. If we sell here, our exit should have been around these levels. Why? Because we are seeing sign of a potential exhaustion, and also buyers coming in the markets. Then on the next day what happened? Huge volume, prices are going towards the downside. All this buying leg with good volumes, they are all being absorbed by this selling. Okay, see, if these bulls were very strong, so with increase in volume they should have continued the upward momentum, but what happened? Immediately next day all these bulls are kicked out of the market and they are being absorbed. The bullish pressure that is present from here is completely absorbed by this selling. Okay, see, bulls tried from here, but again sellers proved to be very strong and broke this level with an increase in volume. Again sell here, stop loss here, and see the downside momentum after that. See, if these bulls were very strong, so after this strong buying momentum, prices should have continued the upward momentum. But what happened? The selling leg completely absorbed this buying pressure immediately. Okay, this is very important. With increase in volume, there is strong selling towards the downside. So all the bullish pressure that is present here, or all the positivity that is being shown by the bulls, is completely taken out by this strong selling. Okay, and eventually when the low of this zone is taken out, we could sell short here, stop loss here, and write the downward momentum. Why we will sell here? Okay, always ask yourself this question: why we are taking a particular trade? Because this was a demand zone. Okay, there is no doubt about that, because we are seeing a sharp buying momentum from this level. But next day again bulls trying to defend this level. They are trying their level best to defend this level, but what happened? See this candle. Bulls tried their best to continue the upward momentum. Again sellers proved to be very strong and they defended this level and again pushed the prices aggressively towards the downside, and eventually broke this level with an increase in volume. Sell here, stop loss here, see the huge downside momentum after that, and stop loss you could trail above the swing highs. Okay, so I hope you got something very important learning from this video. If you found it useful, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel, and also do comment down below if you have any queries related to this video. So thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Until then, it's bye from my side. Take care everyone. Bye.